All right, we are going to do a classroom management platform tutorial, and I decided to go with Class Dojo. So Class Dojo is something that I have heard of before, but I have not used it in my classroom. So I thought starting a new year, we're going to try something new. So what I did was it asks you when you first get to the prompts to go ahead and create an account. You have to put in the school that you are at. And what I think is really neat about this website is it tells you if any of your team members are using Class Dojo. So it looks like 9 of them, 9 of my teachers are using this platform as well. So I just have to join this school, and it might prompt you to an incorrect email, but we don't use the rule tell anymore, and so that's why I went ahead with that. So what it does, Class Dojo, it says, what do we want to help with? Well, this year I think social emotional is really important. The students learning at home, hopefully we're not going to mess with that too much, hopefully this year. So communicating and managing behavior. You can choose all of them if you want to, but I decided to go with those 4. What it does is it will give you a demo class. So we're just going to do the demo class to see, to go through this tutorial. So what I can do is I can go ahead and give them the positive reinforcement that they would be able to see. So I could project this onto my whiteboard anytime during the day, and they would be able to see if they are getting points. So helping others, they're getting those points. And so the next thing, though, say I have a student who needs work on something. I can create any skill that I want, whether it's being helpful to their students, making sure that they're worrying about themselves, having a clean desk space. So I can invite, or I can add any of these skills. The other really cool thing about this is I can invite any of the students' parents, and they would get a notification during the day if their child or their child's class got a point for their good behavior. And then it also allows me, they would get a notification if there was a skill that they needed to work on, and I would be able to add different notes as to why maybe they lost a point with that. The other thing that's really cool about this is I can go ahead and take attendance through this. Now, it's nothing that's probably going to be formal through the front office, but just that way for myself, I can go back then and look to see if all of my students were there. There's another tab for student login, so students can log in, see their points, and also look to see for different information that I made for them. So that's the classroom management side of it. There's also a portfolio that you can store the students' work in. So if I would create an activity, I would just have to title it and then put the instructions in what they are supposed to do. And then I could go ahead and I could assign it to any of the students that I wanted to. So say I had 2 students that were higher level, I could go back and I could assign it to just those specific students. So there are a lot of different ways to use Class Dojo. It doesn't have to just be a classroom management, but I think until I would get more familiar with it, that is probably what I would use it most for.